Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you the easiest way to create pivot doors in Revit. So before jumping in, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like, hit the notification, and look out for more tutorials. So why this method is better than others? For example, I've shown a lot of videos where people would show you something like that, where you would have tons of reference lines, and if you know that the reference lines are they're so kind of difficult to control, because it's always gonna break, almost always. And if you go to some angle like 140, it will definitely break. And it is so difficult to control. Again, you will need to build a lot of parameters and a lot of constraints, and it's going to be really difficult, and it will take a lot of time for you to build. What I'm doing here is just offering you to build this using Revolve. I'm going to show you how to do this, but actually in principle we're having the Revolve, and for Revolve we have the option to change the angle of the Revolve itself, how this wraps itself, I would call this. But what we're doing, we're just placing the reference line on the face of the Revolve. I'm going to show you how to do that. With this method, it's the problem with constraining reference lines is, of course, the biggest issue. But imagine that if you have something uh, handles, right? You want to control the distance from the beginning to the handle, right? So in this situation, if I go to 3D, you want to control the distance, and all of this you can either build in the family itself, but or you need to actually build each reference line for this, and that is going to be so difficult because everything should follow the angle. So this is why that method is, I think, is the best method. So how to do that? So I want to start a new family. Let's go with English, and let's go with the metric generic model. I'm gonna start with metric generic model. You can do this in the door family, but I'm gonna go to family category and parameters and change this to doors. If you think about how pivot doors should work, that here uh, we should we actually have a panel, we have a leaf, and we want to have the control over, so yeah, you can find it here, family and types. I'm just hitting the shortcut, so I have that shortcut, I've set it up. So here, as you can see, we can control any angle. I'm going to show you what we can do with this family. So any type of angle that you want, even like if you type something like 1000, it will work. As you can see, it will work. So yeah, so you can go back to 45. So that will follow any angle that you want. And really important parameters is the pivot inset. So the pivot inset is, as you can see on this side, if I go with apply, this one will drag the whole door with it. So it can be even set to 0, but what is the point of the pivot door in that case? But yeah, so we can change it, and that will move with this. Again, that is so cumbersome to create this using reference lines. So what we need to do is to build a revolve. So what I'm going to show you, we need to look from the front. I'm going to explain why actually right now. So go to the front and just build a revolve. So go to revolve, use the axis line around which your geometry will revolve. Go lock and just create this one. Now boundary line, and just create the boundary line from this to here. You shouldn't constrain this, it just should stay here all the time. And you can go to OK. I'm going to show you the principle. I don't think that I really need to show everything, because a lot of part will be the same. So the revolve, if you didn't know about this, but revolve has two parameters, end angle and start angle. And if I change the angle, as you can see, what will happen. And this is the reason why So if I'm looking from the front, then it will have the option to drag it here on the floor plan, kind of, when you're looking from the top. um, so now, as you can see, as you drag these points, you can see how these angles are changing. So basically that is 0, right? So that is the 0 angle, and if I drag this, that becomes 13, and if I go 20, so this is the angle that I want to follow, right? So that is the angle. Also, what I want to have is to drag this angle over here, so we will have the relationship between them, so that will always stay that way. So if I go to my original family, as you can see here, I have this part and I can drag that, and this one is changing, as you can see, and that maintains that relationship. How to do that is to actually, as you can see, for that is start angle, right? So that is the start angle. Let's connect the parameter and name that one angle. Let's make this as an instance parameter, and this one should always stay this angle plus, for example, 5 or whatever angle you might want to have. So let's create this as an and angle, and let's place this as an instance, and let's place this under other, because that will be controlled by the formula. My advice is that everything that you, all the parameters that you have that are controlled by the formula should be placed under other. I follow this rule. And this one should be angle plus 5. With this way you'll be able to change the revolve and the angle of this, and the possibility of, so the chances of your family breaking are slim. So now we have that geometry, and what we can do is that I prefer just using lines. So to indicate, I'm using the shortcut LI. You can find lines right over here, and I just draw a simple line just for me, even like that. Go to 3D. Okay, 3D is here again. I'm having the shortcut for this 3, and now I've just drawn this. I've drawn this line to help me find that work plane. So now I go to set a work plane. I have the shortcut WP, but you can find it here. So WP, pick a plane, and we need to pick actually I think this plane. Yeah, I think this plane, but you will actually need to actually this one. Yeah, the bottom one. We need to place the bottom one. Yeah, the bottom one, this one. And now you go to reference line, you pick reference line, and you pick this plane, and now you have, we can delete this line right now, and now you have the reference line over here. And this reference line, I hope that you're familiar with reference line, and that they have a lot of reference planes actually. So you have like the work plane here, the work plane here, a lot of work planes. So if you go to set a work plane, you can pick some work planes, and as you can see, by hitting the tab key, you can actually swap between different work planes. So that is the whole principle. So what I've done is that I've just built that revolve as a skeleton, and now because of having this reference line exactly on the revolve, that reference line will move with this revolve, so we can change whatever angle we want, and that will never break, right? So that is exactly how that works. And now let's go to the original family. So as you can see, I've built it the same way. Now what I've done with the family itself, so always try to have this family nested, so that will actually help you not use all of this reference lines. So you can just build a nested family. So if I go inside of that family, I have just a simple family. I didn't kind of create something cool. I've just had this. What is the trick here is the pivot inset. So I've just built it that way. So I have the width, and that that is my center. That is my center reference plane, right? As you can see, center left, right, and that is my origin. And this pivot insert is connected to that origin. So when I change the pivot insert, as you can see, everything will move with this. Look at here. So when I change this, this one will move. The whole door will move with this. So that is the trick. So you can change this one to whatever, and again 300. So everything will move with this. And to make sure that this one stays 900, for example, I went to the family parameters and just log them here. By having this, so it just simply, you go to the family, you build reference planes, you just create your geometry. So example, I go to front, zoom all. As you can see, I've just kind of created an extrusion here and locked everywhere. I've placed the handle. It's not that big a deal. My goal is to show you how to use Revolve instead of reference lines. So once you've built it, so you need to have some file. You need to have a new family where you can build your panel. You can easily constrain, for example, the handle insert, because you're constraining everything to reference plane. And once you're done, actually don't look at this. Once you're done, once you've created this, you need to load this into your that family. For example, this one. I'm gonna show you how that works even on this new family. But the principle is like that you okay, I'm gonna show you. So load this into the family 6. But the important trick is to know about is that you need to tick on the work plane based and tick off always vertical. Work plane based will allow you to place the family on a work plane, and always vertical, if you uncheck this, that will help you kind of rotate not rotate, but have an angle for your family, because that will always stay vertical. That is just if you want your family to be placed on a reference line and have the angle for this, always have this set up. So always check on the work plane base and always tick off always vertical. So now load this into the family 6, into our family 6, and I want to place this on work plane, and I want to pick a work plane, the placement. I want to pick a plane, and by hitting the tab key here, as you can see, that is the work plane. And if I place this, now I have that. And if I go to front, you need to make sure that that one was placed exactly that way, because sometimes that can be placed like reversed, like to the bottom, and you'll need to actually really be careful with this. Now you can load all of the parameters that you want, for example, width, height, and I made a mistake here, so you can actually, I think that is the topic for another video, but just connect the width. If you want to connect the height, and as you can see here, I have the height as a type parameter, but you would actually, my advice is to have this as an instance if you want to swap between panels in future. You can connect the thickness over here. So pivot insert, that is the one that is really important for us. So pivot insert, that is the point of this video, right? Pivot insert. So as you can see, that is the placement, and you need to check this work plane. So select your door and see where that one is located, and that one is located on the work plane of reference line. So that is exactly what I need. Right now you can go to the align, and you can align your door to that one. What you really need to pay attention to is your origins. Always constrain to the origins, and in my scenario, my origin is here. I'm gonna connect this and log this, because if I go to the family, as you can see, that is my origin right at the center. So once I've connected it here, now I can align this. So that is the reason why I had this pivot, so that pivot, because now I can actually go with a line. You can find a line here, but I'm going to be using I'm going to use the shortcut AL. you can, by hitting the tab key, you can pick the kind of dot that is actually can be either, or reference line, but that can be either reference line or revolve. And you need to align this work plane, this reference actually, center, left and right reference plane. So you need to align this, but don't lock it. Make sure to not lock it, because then you may have some problems. So don't lock it, that will work correctly. Right now, if you go to the angle and you change the angle to 0, as you can see, you can work with whatever angle you want. You can even, as I said, type some wacky angles, like really work with any angle that you want. Oops, not 0. Work with any angles that you want, but more importantly, that you can also change the pivot insert. So now you can move the whole door to that insert where the family will rotate. So it is as simple as that. So you don't need to build like a huge amount of reference lines where you can have something like this. And the brilliance of this, that here you don't have a mess in terms of, you don't have a lot of parameters, a lot of dimensions that is really difficult to get around. So you just need to have, and if you need to make some tweaks, you go to that family, right, and you just go to front and make some changes. You can add some parameters, maybe you want to have vision panels over here or whatever you want to have, but it's really easy to make some changes, because that one reference lines are so restricted, and it's going to be really difficult for you to create that family so that would be flexible, you know. So I think that's it. So actually, that how that family works, you can nest it inside of the door family, like when you have like a wall, and play around with this. But the idea is that use Revolve instead of reference lines. If you want, I can send you that file. You can kind of take a picture of this one, take a screenshot maybe, so you can here I gave you a little bit of a tips and tricks. So even about hardware, as you can see, I've typed that if you have a geometry that is built upon reference lines, that is in the situation where you actually build that with reference lines, and how difficult that would be, because you would need to control everything in the face-based family. I don't want to like talk about this right now, because it's a topic, it's a whole nother topic. So yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope you find this video useful. Please like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, thank you. Have a nice day.